Hello, hope you is good. Welcome back to Europe Universalis 4 and the Mamluks. So we're currently at war with Hormuz and, well, it's like everyone basically here. My plan is just unite Arabia in one fell swoop, basically. So yeah. The swooping shall be fell, you could say. I have my little subject of Iraq and Hejaz. Of course, Pheasant's just being cute and small. I think I also had an idea to maybe go and try and take Jared, but that might be after. You know, just like after the things and the stuff. As it were. Right. Remind me. I'm Tech 6, which almost definitely puts me head and shoulders above say, I don't know, everyone else in this war. So let's just crash into them. I should be fine. These are mercs as well. Plus the 8k from Yemen were gone. So yeah, everyone I think is a co-belligerent. Awesome stuff. So now the plan is to go and take these units down to the Yemeni border maybe? Let's see if I can't unsiege this province first. And my war score is looking low because I have to take Muscat. But of course Hormuz isn't the primary person of the target of the war. Hassa is actually, who do I want to take out next? Najd or Hassa, right? It will be Najd, Hassa and Dawasir in Yemen. And Hadramaut, then Hormuz. Quite frankly. Is there a reason why I was going to do Hadramaut as part of the main deal? Probably not. I should be able to just take them, right? Yeah. Be able to take them soon. What else is going on in the world? So I've got quantity ideas. I am locked in on military focus, as rightfully so. France took back all their cores. Scotland got Burgundy. That's right. So all the Dutch miners got returned as princes. And there's Shamari separatists over here. Oh, because I annexed Shamar. They are gone. So they've got to try and get themselves out somehow. I love that Vezan's been on this fort for forever. And they're just like keeping everything safe. As for Hassa, do I want to take everything including Awal? Do I just 100% take them out? I mean, I think so, right? Also note that the Timurids are also in this war. No, they're not. Why did I think the Timurids were in this war? I think they were at one point and I went to go and siege them out. And just bursted them out. How is Sugla taking so long? And there goes Crimea as a vassal of the Ottomans. Or as a march right now, you could say. That's fine. What's not fine is Pheasant getting dookied on. But Iraq are back to being free. So yeah, with Najd, I need to siege down their last province and annex them. I'll just do it in order, basically. Let's also pay some for my war exhaustion, I think. I'm getting a bit too much of that, and I don't like it. Once this merc company is finished here, of course, I'll just take out the Shamari separatists. I don't think actual Shamar will revolt. Oh, actually, it's at 30%. We also have the Tunisians on our case. Do I increase autonomy here? I mean, I've not statified it yet, so I think I'm going to just do this. I know it's going to reduce my income, but let's just make it that I don't have to deal with the North African Berbers right now. And we'll have the autonomy drip down at another point. So this is the last province for Najd, then I'll annex them. And how's my innovativeness looking? Probably very little. It's looking not bad. Let's maybe go for a little more. I know it's at the loss of prestige, but we can cross that bridge when we come to it, can't we? Meanwhile, I have adopted Renaissance, so we're waiting for colonialism. Of course, that's not going to be for a good long while yet. Right, Najd are done. Let's go take on the Yemeni troops, maybe? Well, I mean, there's only 8k of them, so I wouldn't call it Yemeni. No, I'm down here. Let's deal with Hadramaut. You know, while it's one of those while in Rome, do as the Romans do kind of situations. Let's take out another subject of the war. Thank you. Don't worry, I'll be putting rivals on once I finish this war. I want to rival the Ottomans and gain some more provinces from them. I'm currently the second ranked greatest power, and that's because I'm 500 behind Ming. Of course, it's not accounting for the development in the screen because they've not adopted Renaissance, but that's how much I'm actually behind. I'll catch up soon enough. Remember the plan. I need to remind myself of the plan, I suppose. Quantity, diplomatic, religious, admin maybe? I'm also feeling maybe offensive. And actually I'm feeling trade. So I've got 6 of the ideas in my head. I really want the quantity trade policy of the goods produced. That'd be really swell. So a great detail with the Arabians here is that because it's a relatively isolated culture group, I'm not getting much. I'm still getting some, but I'm not getting much in the way of aggressive expansion. Look, Adal, right next to all these Muslims, -3 aggressive expansion. Mercuria -15. Like, I've got no improved relations or anything. We're just coasting on through. Oh, it was Yas who I needed to do as part of the main peace deal, I think. Yes, that's right. That's sounding more... That rings a bell, as the phrase may go. I'm also looking to take out Hadramaut early because Hadramaut actually have a tendency to take exploration ideas. And while it's nice for them to colonise for me, how about they don't? Let's also repay that loan. Gets rid of some of my interest here. Got a lot of loans and I don't quite remember why at this moment, but that's because I haven't actually played this game, and this save file of course, for a couple weeks actually in between the last part and now, so I'm a little bit hazy, but we'll get there. Don't worry, everything's in due time. I have to say, Hejaz is such a good vassal for me this campaign so far. They're already cleaning up quite nicely. So Hadramaut are mine. Coalition, Schmoalition. Yeah, it's actually these guys up here that I'm worried, not these guys here, funnily enough. So we'll go here. I would also really like to fight Najran, Rasids and Arden. They've got various friendships though that I need to pay attention to, which itself could cause a problem. Also, with the Mamluki and Hadramaut, I'll be hopefully able to take Hormuz all the way round the Arabian Peninsula to link it up, so it's not like distant land that's out of the way. Like if I were to do this, say, I could do it, so that's not a problem. And yeah, they once again took the Iraqi capital. You know what, I should really send this guy to Yemen. Let's give them a general. That's pretty bad, but luckily they've got a siege. Shouldn't be much inclined to have many battles here, so that's excusable. So, Najd is mine. That's okay. Before they finish the siege, I can increase autonomy. I'm just going to straight up increase autonomy in everything I take here just for vassal purposes. Not vassal purposes, spit it out, separatist purposes. Honestly. What do I want to do with Baghdad? Do I actually just take it back, or should I just ignore them? And let's ignore them. I have a plan. Actually, there is a plan. Believe it or not. The plan is to take Yemen straight out of the war, which is why I'm setting these guys over. And noble rebels, I could kiss you. I'll occupy this. Yemen will be annexed. Everything they occupy will be released, i.e. all of Iraq. My other vassals are working together to de-siege each other. I don't mind quite what they're doing down here because my mercs are about to come in and kick a can of whoop butt upon them. Come on, Ties. I've been working so long and hard on this fort. I definitely didn't just immediately walk in and take the occupation or anything. So yeah, here comes the full force of my grand company. They are rather grand if I do say so myself. So Ottomans, tell me more. You've got 33k troops, which I think puts you near enough in line with me. Not far off. They're Tech 5. I want to balance taking the quantity ideas and keeping ahead of tech. Then what's this? Guns do indeed need men to fire them. Thank you for my manpower deficit. Fezzan's loyalty, liberty, desire is like nothing. And I haven't even really improved relations with them, so that's pretty good. For now, let's remove this with Iraq. And maybe start putting a diplomat just into neighbouring countries. Let's just get things floating. I do border Aragon by way of Bizerte, that is true. I was thinking Aragon, what do you mean? But yes, that is certainly a province to start on. So Yemen has just taken out the Iraqi forces, that's a shame. It would be a shame if I took their entire existence, huh? You beat my vassals, I'll beat your land. Oh, come on. That's so annoying. Well, annoying as it may be, it will need to be fixed. I'm growing prosperity. There's a mission I wanted to complete involving prosperity in and around Cairo. And I've already done it. Developed at least once and have a building. Unlocks the Nile River Transport's burgher estate privilege. That's an estate privilege, not a state edict. So, let's take Yemeni provinces. Even though it's actually more just a few of them. And I will just increase autonomy here. There'll still be the odd revolt, but honestly if I can keep them down that would be better in my current stead. Moving on. So all of Iraq is basically now freed up. Which is pretty much what I was hoping for. Karaman of course are still at loggerheads. So be it. And Genoa's got to fight... Ottoman's got to fight Genoa, Aragon, Mantua and Cyprus for Cyprus. Okay. Even though I do have permaclaims on on a bit of the Ottoman lands. So when possible I would like to fight them. I'm kind of tempted to annex and then release Hassa. Dawasi is cheap. Hormuz have... I could like take Oman and feed all of the Hormuzi land to Oman. One of the two. I just want to keep my coring down a bit. Because I can always just take Oman and annex them later basically. as my train of thought. So because I've grabbed another fort as well, my maintenance is further being reduced. Okay, you are up there. I'm going to go deal with these Yemeni separatists. You guys can just hang around. Or do I put the... Hold on. Let's put the Mercs as the sieging force here. This will go deal with Yemen. And I can now take National Manpower Modifier plus 33%. How nice. That's a little more for the country. Medjugorje Barry have changed their capital because they lost their previous one. Yeah, they lost one province to Ethiopia, but that's it. How strange. An and the Yazids are at war. I don't mind what happens to these guys. They can consolidate into one. I'm not fussed. Dawasir. Silly Billy. I'll be taking you too. Annex. Done. Another country down. I'm basically letting my truces also just feed into my current treasury, which is quite nice. Again, this is fairly poor land as it is at game start. A lot of it's very low dev. Not all of it, just a lot of it. I'll just what's the phrase I'm looking for? I'll just make a carpet blank statement. What's this? I'll lose trade power in Ethiopia for a bit. That's acceptable. I've completed a mission. Unite Arabia. Ooh. I've done the thing. Enable the merchant guild's privilege grant hydraulic rights and gains a permanent claim on Hormuz. Hormuz Straits. Hormuz needs to be owned by me. Okay. I might change how I want to do my peace deal here, but that's fine. So, Uniting Arabia gave me grant hydraulic rights. Didn't it say it was a merchant guild? One. Let's have a little look at it while we're here. Hydraulic rights. So 5%, 5%, minus 10 absolutism, which means I won't want it for too long. Reduce the development cost caused by blah 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 by 50%. Ooh. So it nullifies most of them and then makes it even lower for some. And don't forget I've got some coastal desert in my mainlands, so I might eventually want to take hydraulic, whatever it's called again. I just literally just went off it and literally just forgotten already. Yeah, whatever that, I think hydraulic rights or whatever, I want that. So hopefully Hasa go to attack the Dawa series separatists, that would be cool. Remember, the plan will be to take Hasa. Oh, hold on. I said take Hasa and release them as a vassal. I don't think I want to do that. I'm still tempted by the thought of Oman. Yeah, actually. You know, in a funny roundabout way. Again, ignore the war score. The war score is not representative of the actual level of trounceness these guys are receiving. Because it's soon going to switch back around. If I can go straight to Hormuz, that'd be great. Although Hejaz, the MVP, are going to go for it. Go on. Get into Hormuz. I'll put it like this. If they can get into Hormuz, I'll take it in the peace deal. If they can't get into Hormuz, I won't take it as part of the peace deal. Also, half price level 3 admin. I kind of want that. I'll fix my economy soon. And then when I fix my economy, I will have them extra points, which is going to help me massively when it comes to coring, say, the Ottoman lands. And yes, my fort cost is quite high. I'm going to need to start considering what forts need to go. Right. This is dealt with. Let's extend this loan. I need to keep this fort in ties for now because I think that's where Hormuz is going. Let's use that as a stopgap. I will ask for allow access. And what can I do now? Promote Syrian government. All power costs 5% for a year. Let's leave it for when I really need to pop something, like an idea or a core, maybe. Bear in mind this war has gone on for 6 years. When Hejaz take Muscat, that will start giving me ticking war score, and it will probably put them closer to actually being able to enact call for pizza. Which is a bit of a shame, because I've been doing my best to avoid that for the purposes of this war, but you know what? No harm, no chicken. Let's go deal with Harsa, actually. I want them out. Ushasha are not happy with me. That's fine, I do not care of their opinion. Let's see, can I get into Hormuz? They've got 20. Oh, they've got 21 boats just over their land. So the small answer is no. Also the small answer. I think I mean the short answer. Harsa would take full annexation right now. Excellent. I kind of thought they wouldn't do for a second there, but that's good. You know what? I think I'm going to get rid of... What's this? Ooh. Lose dip and admin power. Gain prestige. Gain base tax. And for 25 years, gain dev, tech and idea cost. Absolutely, by all means, add them to the Mamluks. So I'll get rid of the forts in Arabia was the thought I was trying to finish up, by the way. So yeah, I'm just going to call the Harsa land. Meanwhile, Hormuz are struggling. So are my subjects, actually. So I'm one to talk. And I can't take Yas because they're behind Hormuz, which is why I said they'll be needing to be part of the main peace deal. And there's Harsali's separatists. Nope. Sorry, I was thinking of the Mentees separatists, but no, it's because these guys just won a siege. Mentees is up here, that's why I was looking up there immediately. But no, I've got my dirt mode on, don't you worry. Bear in mind I'm currently at 65% overextension. And yeah, I am going to defeat. I'm going to delete this fort right now. I'll leave the fort up in Alexandria, leave the fort up in Cairo. Let's delete the fort in Halab. Let's start to centralize my forts towards my capital. I'll keep Tabuk, Al-Karak and Damascus for tactical reasons. That fort's gone. When this war's over, I'll get rid of Taiz. Muscat will be in the hands of Oman. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Sure. I like that. I'm going to be heading towards legalism the entire campaign. For the extra tech cost and tech cost reduction. And for the extra manpower. I don't often take mysticism. I'll be honest. It's not really usually a part of my stuff. My Lakey relationship with Shafi will become hates. Okay. They can hate me all they want. If I were to try and take... Yeah. Mamluks can't make it a core. That's an interesting way to describe it. Yeah, it needs to be connected via land, so I do actually have to directly take Hormuz. I thought so. I was just making sure I wasn't thinking of something silly. So, Iraq's about to break to peasants. That doesn't bother me. Their peasants aren't my problem. They'll break and reset their country. I'll likely just annex them, honestly. And unfortunately, this province of Mosul was the one I needed for a specific mission, and I never took it as part of the previous peace deal that I had with QQ, so that was a shame. That really is a QQ situation. Right, starting to get some of my lands caught. And Hejaz. I think I will annex you once this war is done. You're a brilliant vassal, you've been MVP, but I want your land. I want it to be mine. I think. So let's send the guys here up towards the Mentes rebels. And the Ottomans have become a great power in between their war with Genoa. Or Genoa, and Aragon's still in the war. But the Ottomans do have their war goal. And Aragon's doing very little against the Ottomans. Shervan, Sinkaifa, AQ. Shervan, Sinkaifa, AQ. Yeah, that's not bad actually. So, now that I've removed the Hormuzi armies, let's get rid of the fort here. You can't provoke rebels while you're at war. So I'm just going to rely on them rising up at some point. I'll send my main army actually back to the capital. My subjects are doing an okay job with things. Or do I actually send them this way? See if we can get, I don't know, Hormuz off the capital with their boats. Maybe if I fully occupy them. Oh, hold on. Idea. Let's not be silly about this. I've got an idea. Let's just go 1, 2, 3, 4. Could have split him up into armies of 2, but honestly I'd rather just do it this way. Right, I'm just making sure my base is covered. They're not really coming out from Hormuz, so I'm just gonna step around. Then let's help with the Karamanese siege. We're also going to have a positive siege tick, so I can actually re-siege it in the name of Karaman soon enough. And yeah, Hormuz are now starting to make their smaller armies. I should be fine. Cairo is farmlands. How does that stack up with the Ottoman lands? Not amazingly. I'll probably take justified wars, which I've already taken. Let's take war taxes. That sounds like a plan. Saves me a few ducats of the buckets. And yeah, I took out the Karamanese peasants. And now I should have their capital done. Come on, capital done. Let's do this. Castile's in a golden era. When do I want to trigger mine is the question. I think mine will be a late one this time. Also, that's a shame. It stopped my movement. Something like that. That'll do. But yeah. I think something about access made my units stop. So Arnhem will take on Rasids. I can then take them on themselves. That being said, they do have Mara, who I can't even remember who they are right now. They have Adal down here and Marahan down here. Mara? Why can't I remember who Mara are? Oh! I didn't finish them off. They're just chilling. Oh, I'm going to need to take Socotra. Can't be letting you having that. So let's grab this. And we'll continue this war in the next one. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch you again soon.